Do Black Lives Matter activists hate police officers?
No, not at all. And I want to put that chant in context. I think the police who were along escorting the march or wanted to be a part of the march or a part of the demonstration. So on the way back, the officer leading the parade kept talking into his microphone and saying things to the crowd like, stay off the medium, do that. He was laughing and joking with the marchers. So then the marchers kind of started chanting that towards him. And it was more playful than anything.
Ah, now I get it. It was playful when they were chanting pigs in a blanket, fry him like bacon or whatever. In other words, kill the cop. It was just a joke. That's what you do when you want to be playful with the cop. You talk about frying him and killing him. Joining us now is Gavin McInnes, host of the Gavin McInnes Show, author of Death of Cool, and a panel member on Fox News Channel's Red Eye. Hello, Gavin.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Let's joke around. How about I take a knife and I slit your throat?
That's a good one, especially in a climate where people are getting their throats slit on a daily basis. Then it's really funny.
I'm telling you, for him to say that, there's this Black Lives Matter leader. But what's more important, I think, is the question that Megyn Kelly raised first. I think is why on earth isn't Elizabeth Hasselbeck? Why isn't Black Lives Matter labeled a hate group?
Yeah, I saw Mark Lamont Hill was saying, America's a racist country when Black Lives Matter is considered controversial. It wasn't considered controversial until you started calling for the death of cops, and then cops started getting shot. We got Goforth, we got Sean Moore, we got a guy in Illinois yesterday, and that doesn't include all the times cops have been shot at when we don't know what the motive was, but it probably was all this fake propaganda about Mike Brown, Garner, and Trayvon.
It's outrageous. It's a movement built on a false premise of hands up, don't shoot. They chanted death to cops in New York. They did it in that other rally now famous, I think Minnesota, wherever that was. The Black Panthers now. This is several weeks ago. The video just came to light yesterday outside a police station in Houston, across the street, armed, talking about how they're going to sneak up on cops and shoot them in the back. I mean, it's out of control. And the president, he must have been bored. Gavin, he must have been bored to tears on that trip to Alaska because he actually picked up the phone and called the widow of the police officer who was killed in Texas. But I think that's the first time he's done anything like that since all these cops have been killed.
How about he does that for Brian Moore, sorry. How about he does that for the cop in Chicago from the other night? How about he does that for Lou and, what was it, Ramos?
Yes.
The MPD cops? How about he calls them? It's his fault to a certain extent because he is propagating this myth that white people and cops are out hunting blacks for sport.
You're absolutely right. He absolutely is, I believe. All right. Hillary Clinton. So now we know that, the woman who wants to, you mean wipe it with a cloth? Oh, I'm so inept. I don't know anything. The emails that she sent contained spy satellite data on North Korean nukes. And we're supposed to believe that the smartest woman in the world, the Secretary of State who wants to be president of the United States, wasn't Mark classified? I mean, this is insanity.
She gets this from her favorite book, Rules for Radicals, which is sort of the template for the Clinton administration on both Hillary and Bill. And their whole thing is about deflect, joke around, obfuscate what's going on so we don't ask any questions. But I'm just amazed that we're seeing all these. I mean, she gets away with Benghazi. She's jeopardized our safety with Russia and China many times. Aren't you kind of freaked out that we actually got these emails?
That's exactly the point. Imagine what she erased.
Yeah. Well, another possibility here is she's as stunned as we are, and someone else on the inside is out to sabotage her presidency. And it could very well be the Obama administration vying for Biden or Elizabeth Warren, or I don't know. It seems like someone on her team is sabotaging her because we're rarely this lucky with that lady.
That's very interesting. That is absolutely very interesting. I hadn't thought of that, but that would be something. If that's the case, you want to put your ear to the door and hear the lamps being thrown wherever she might be staying. Hey, Gavin, it's always great to talk to you. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say she's going to take it out on poor Bill. I hope he has hockey gear.
I don't know that they're around together enough for for him to have it taken out on him. But anyway, Gavin McInnes, great to talk to you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
All right, folks. Yeah, very, very interesting. That's an interesting theory. Someone on the inside actually chose those emails to be leaked and to be sent to the State Department, and she thought they were erased. Anyway, more of the show coming up. Don't go away.